Well. I'm right back here in my chair, in my seat, where I should be. Sorry for the late start, everybody. I've gotten a little fender bender. Not my fault. Was hit from behind. Very little damage to even speak of. But yeah, I wasn't going anywhere because these days with uninsured motorists and stuff, just sit your ass down, call the police, and let them come. Because, I mean, this guy didn't have a license. And if I pull out and go to a safe place and hope he pulls in behind me, he gone. I'm not taking that chance with the price of cars these days, the price of insurance these days. I'm glad I'm okay too, to be honest with you, because I heard the little crunch and I went, God dang it, that's the new car, man. That's the new car. Go hurt my old car. Don't hurt the new car. She's barely broken.
You just picked up a hooker or something.
It is what it is. How you doing, Tattoo? Good to see you.
Good.
I have a little announcement to make outside of escaping my Morris the Cat 9 lives scot-free. This is the last week of the MLB show. So I got told today, I kind of asked the question, are we going to do it all the way through September? And I got told that no, because with all the NFL content that's dropping, you guys, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Daily shit. Like Geek is like, the dude's gone crazy.
Yeah.
He's doing core videos that he never does. He's doing first looks twice, like a second look. He's participating on everything. Dude is absolutely going mad in between the ears. And I mean, I love it because that's what drives this place. My job and your job and everybody else's job is just to support and make him look good. And hopefully everybody piles in, uses 50% off, uses the 20% off the coupon codes NFL 2025 and Kickoff 2025 respectively. Because man, we're going to have a hell of a week, a hell of a year, but with all of that content dropping every single day throughout the NFL season, there's just no room for an MLB show. So you and I can hang it up at the end of the week after tomorrow's show. I can't be here Friday. Hopefully you can be and be with Razzle. Because I've got to leave town, and my wife is still looking for a wedding dress for my daughter's wedding in October, and time is getting tight. And now she's traveling out of town to warehouses to look for one because Amazon ain't cutting it. So whatever. I get to drive around and do that, and yeehaw. But
it's hard to compete when there's going to be NFL shows, every night in this,
Yeah, and it's great. And we'll do other NFL shows, and then when NHL kicks in and NBA and all of that, of course, we'll be slowed down in the NFL season a little bit, and so we'll be able to add too because people will be excited about that. But only the diehards are excited about September baseball and call-ups and postseason playoffs. So everybody's so geeked up for, pardon the pun, for NFL that we're just all in.
Me and Raz's face every Sunday morning.
Yeah, pre-lock show. Tune in. You get to get rid of me for a while, that's for sure. So, but you can always find me out on Twitter and doing some of the YouTube videos here and there, and obviously in the Discord in the beginners room in the NFL. You can always tag me and find me if for whatever reason you need the super fundamental advice for the beginners and whatnot. That's the people I love. Us small ballas, man, we got to stick together. Hey, Chuck, good news to you. I was actually coming from the casino this afternoon, and we pocketed about another $100. So 6 in a row, steady. Can't beat it. 15 to $20 an hour, man. You hard to beat that for a little hobby on the side. When you get a little downtime here, you do your morning shit, you got your afternoon shit, and you go play a little cards in between. And as long as you can avoid car accidents on the highway, you're all good.
Yeah, that's like a sore dick. You can't beat it.
Right. Well. Yeah, Dad. Leave it to you. I don't know what to say to that, so I won't.
So the weather today.
Dive into the weather station here. You guys I'm gonna have to resize some of this on the fly because I literally had just walked in the door, got to say hi to Tattoo for about a minute and a half, and then we hit the live button. Looks like there's some rain chances out there in Minnesota land. I don't know if you know what the timing of those storms are, but that looks like that's a little risky for arms and probably okay with bats with only 10% PPD risk. Depends on if we want to play that game anyway, so we'll save that for stacks and stuff. But do you know anything else about any of the weather today that's worth it?
I'm pulling up another site now here.
Site that shall remain nameless, as they all do. Question time, boys. Fire in them questions, man. We're ready for them, so we'll answer them.
Weather looks like, because it's only like 8%, 14%, 19%. Then at 10 o'clock, it jumps up to 47.
That's the kind of timing I like to hear. That tells me green lights. Now, obviously, go check Joey Tornado and make sure that he says the same thing. But just by looking at that, the timing, if it's moving in later and stuff, it doesn't sound like it would affect anything. But the later parts of the games, the starter's probably already gone. Hopefully, it doesn't come in a little bit early. So, obviously, check the timing if you're going to play any arms out of that game. But by and large, should be all right. Quick chalk check here in the Domination Station MLB Optimizer. We got Michael Lorenzen pulling in some ownership, Framber Valdez, Logan Webb, Brian Wu. Those four, I would say your cash game pitcher. We'll have to look at the Carnage report here in a minute. Lorenzen's got the upside with LA and the strikeout potential. Framber Valdez versus the Yankees. Logan Webb in Coors. They all got warts.
You got Webb and Freeland in Coors, but I don't think I'm going to mess with Webb.
Right. I would be attacking Freeland. I think we'll be talking about that here in a minute.
Some of the BVP against him, just hard to ignore.
Well, let's try and build us 5 lineups here real quick while we're doing the old chalk check. Force some ownership in on that left side. Play a little cash for those guys that want to. 150 worked. Let's inch it up to 180 and see if we can't shut the machine down. Woo! Lots of chalk today, it looks like, if we can't shut it down at 180. That's a big number.
Because of
Coors,
you're going to have guys up in the 20s.
200 breaks it. 190 gets it. So 190 to 195, you can play with that, fine-tune it if you want. You're looking at using Lorenzen and then Giants, of course. This is one of those times when it's okay to stack Coors Field in cash. It's okay. Now, you can cut down on it if you want yourself down to 3 bats or whatever. But if you're getting 4 from the optimizer, you can run it. It's okay. Nobody's going to get hurt. It's not the wrong thing to do. So, looks like Lorenzen in that. That's on FanDuel. What's up?
I was looking at DraftKings, and I was like, Webb is the, not by much, but the highest owned pitcher.
Okay. Well, that is where I'm headed next. Just wanted to show people those lineups here super quick. We'll do the old – and I like to show people how to set this thing up every day for cash games because somebody may be tuning in for the very first time. And if that person is tuning in for the very first time, you know what I'm getting ready to say. Hit that banner down below for them coupon codes because otherwise you up shit creek without a paddle. It shuts right down at 180 on DraftKings. So let's drop it to the old 150 starting point and see what happens. That's interesting. 165, split the difference. Higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower. Play the game. And let's get up to 175. Man, if I just missed with 180. There we go. We broke the machine. This is all we want to do. Let's back it down to 175. See if it gets us 5 lineups. Give me 5. Give me 5. You stink. So we'll go back. I'll just go back to 160 so I know it'll run. Then we'll go chalk check. You said Logan Webb is the most?
Yeah, I mean, it's incremental. I mean, it's Webb 26, Darvish 24.
Darvish didn't even hit the radar on FanDuel. You know what I mean? Because it's $6,700. He didn't even hit the radar. It was Lorenzen and Wu and some Framber Valdez, and that shuffles up with the 2 pitcher sites. So when you're looking at that, I'll scan through the lineups here really, really quick, and we'll dive into Carnage Report, and we'll break up Webb, maybe Darvish, Lorenzen, Framber Valdez, and see maybe who makes the most sense. And then you can give me all your tournament pivots and whatnot because you shrink that down just a smidge. There's 5 Giants. Again, I know that scares people, but that's okay. When the optimize, we're not forcing 5x2s or 5x3s into the optimizer. It's doing that for us. That tells me that even in cash games, that's okay. If you're playing, give me as much ownership as you can. that game to gain the highest floor with minimal research. There's 4 bats there if you want to tone it down. If you wanted to tone down to 3 bats, that's fine. But with the ownership these guys are going to pull, if they explode for 10, 12 runs, you're probably going to want 4 to 5 bats. And that's just the way it's going to be. I don't know how else to say it other than Giants are just apparently a little bit too cheap going into Coors Field tonight. And everybody's jumping on it. So you, in cash games, you should too. In tournaments, hey, it makes all the sense in the world to fade that, get creative, mini stack it, do different things. But in cash, you probably should be eating you some Coors tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go to old Neely's Carnage report here.
Pretty straightforward today, I think.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. There we go. Darvish with the lowest. So on DraftKings, he does make some sense. Look at all the blue, K-score wise. Look at all the blue. It doesn't take me long. I look at the order of names, and then I just go looking at the blue. Can he get thumped?
The ISO on Darvish is...
Yeah. Can he get thumped? Obviously. So it would make sense if he's pulling a lot of ownership. It would make sense to stack against him with a lineup too. Like if you're in MME or you're doing even 3 max or 20 max or something, make sure you got one of those that has Baltimore, just in case, especially large field, maybe not small field stuff, but large field stuff, just in case somebody tattoos him pretty good. Pardon the pun again, man. All geeked out in case they tattoo him, and I am about the puns today like you wouldn't believe.
Really?
Look at all of these. They're not insults. They're just puns. They're not insults.
No, my pit bull just farted.
Oh, see, that was an insult. Michael Lorenzen, 542 K score, 070 ISO, 624 VK score. He looks good to me. Second lowest Carnage. He looks good to me. People are overlooking Shota Imanaga. So that, to me, is a tournament play. Rasmussen, maybe a tournament play. He's got a 500K score. He's got a low ISO, lower Carnage number, whatever. There's Logan Webb. Coors is risky, but he's got the strikeout upside. His K score goes from 520 to 630. That's a pretty big deal. Brian Wu just underneath. So these are your guys. I wouldn't worry probably about Max Fried. Even Framber Valdez is looking vulnerable in that one. That's interesting. He's gaining that much ownership.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So if I'm on FanDuel, I'm probably just eating the Lorenzen chalk. If I'm on DraftKings in cash, I'm probably Darvish Lorenzen. And I'm probably okay with that. And then I'll build my lineups around it. I think that cash build is straightforward.
And my main pivots are Shota.
It's a good one. Great one.
Actually, Wentz, for the Braves just because the weather in Chicago.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shock you with one. And
don't you dare say Miles Michaelis.
Miles Michaelis.
Gosh, I can't believe you said it. Man, you got to sell me on that because Sonny Gray gave up 4 bombs to the Athletics yesterday. Michaelis is a 250 ISO against, man. You're going to have to work. I'm a St. Louis truther, and you're going to have to work on me on this one.
Just strictly GPP. I mean.
Well, yeah, he's not a catcher.
He had I'm trying to think of what he did. His last game, I feel like he had a good game, and now my effing phone don't want to work.
He has had a couple of good games here and there. There's no doubt. I don't know if he's got GPP winning upside. And I mean, that's what you're chasing. Yeah. That's what you want. He scares me. Now, I mean, we know how this goes. We've been around the block enough times to know that when you say you like a guy or whatever, and I start farting on him like you're a pit bull, we know what's going to happen. Homie's going off for a ceiling game because that's just how the world kicks chopping the balls. It's just how it does it. So that's fine. Play him into GPPs. It's all. I mean, I don't mind anybody in GPPs for the most part. But boy,
and I mean that on DraftKings too, as an SP2.
But man, that just made me laugh. That you, Miles. I wouldn't play. I personally wouldn't play Miles Michaelis with your money.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the problem, like you said, with GPP, you're probably not going to get 20 out of him. But
hopefully, he's cheap enough you don't need to.
But if you really think you could take him in a GPP and up your bats, But
and I will say this, and I say this on occasion, bats a lot of times contain that upside because a 4 or a 5-man stack can explode for 25 to 35 points a pop, in some cases 50. And when you get 5 bats going for 25 each, that's 125 points or more. And I mean, that's more than a single pitcher will do. Now, granted, it takes 5 roster spots. A single pitcher going for 50 or 60 on FanDuel is freaking awesome too. Don't get me wrong. But usually the bats are so volatile and swingy that when you can catch them on the up, they have a higher ceiling in a lot of cases than a pitcher does, unless you can get way off the radar. And that's Razzle's specialty. That's what he likes to do. But for people, mere mortals like me, I play the bats, I play the stacks, and that's right. I don't play chalky pitchers in tournaments all the time, but I kind of lean a little bit more conservatively with the pitching. And when DePrince asks about, Darvish on FanDuel tournaments, I mean, yeah, he's a good pivot. I'd stay with Lorenzen for the most part. Imanaga is a great pivot. If you get lucky with Webb, what's that?
Yeah, so even like Drew Rasmussen.
Yeah. I mean, you got to pick the one that goes off. All those guys in blue have the upside. Even Yu Darvish with the red ISO, if he doesn't give up home runs or power today, which he very well might not, can he find his way into the nut lineup? Absolutely. And
that's like the thing with Valdez. He doesn't give up a lot of home runs, and that is how the Yankees score runs.
And so that's why he makes a good counter, point to, for tournaments. It's just smart contrarian. And then when you get down, towards the other guys, they're all tournament plays. So Darvish is fine for tournaments and such. I think that your cash game pitcher on FanDuel is probably Lorenzen. And that's just, I think it's that cut and dry tonight because he's got the most ownership and people want the cheaper pricing for Coors and whatever else. I didn't see Darvish's cheaper.
Thing. He doesn't give up home runs, and if LA is going to hurt you.
Right. Well, he's just got strikeout upside. LA strikes out.
Yeah.
So if he can if he can Rembrandt some corners, he's probably in a really, really good spot. And when we're talking about cash games, we're talking about the floor, but we're talking about upside too. You want the floor/ceiling combo. And I think Darvish's floor is lower than Lorenzen's tonight in these particular matchups. And I think that Lorenzen's ceiling could even be higher facing LA. So, I mean, if you're wanting the best of both worlds, I mean, if Lorenzen fails, which he could, then Darvish can overtake him, and in a GPP that makes a ton of sense. But in cash games, I think you play the floor/ceiling combo, and it's Lorenzen. But that's just me. You got any other sneaky ones that you're looking at, or do we just want to move on and talk stacks?
Probably move on.
Sounds like a plan to me. Definitely fading Valdez, Chuck says. He asks if he struggles against Yankees. Have you seen BVP?
Nothing. Let's see. Let me jump back here
and I can also concur with Ivan. Says when he gets a 5-man in the DS, he usually drops down to a 4 and then adds a bat that he really likes. That's fair.
It was. Let me find. It was a couple guys in BVP, but they weren't crazy. Let's see. Stanton. 6 for 15 with a home run. Judge 3 for 11, no home runs. I mean, so it's nothing like.
Well, that speaks to Lorenzen's ISO against. He doesn't give up a ton of bombs. So they may hit him, but they ain't hitting him super hard.
Yeah, they're probably not going to take him. I mean,
and again, here I am, Pitbull farting all over the state. They're probably going to score 10 runs tonight. I mean, I won't be surprised if anything that I say comes back to just bite me in the butt. It's just what happens.
It's baseball.
So used to it now. If I made 10 bold calls, I wouldn't be surprised if 7 or 8 of them failed.
Yeah.
Just kind of the way it works. All right. How many tier 1 teams do you have? How many tier 2 teams? How many tier of disappointment teams do you have? And Start finding the guessing guys, those guesses guys. Now I'm going to lead right off, and I'm going to say that San Francisco is in the tier of disappointment for you today.
They're actually tier 1.
Oh, thought I had it. Tried to outsmart the outsmarter and outsmarted myself trying to be smart.
There's 3 tier 1 and 1, 2, 3. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier 2.
It's a lot of disappointment.
Yeah.
So San Francisco goes into tier 1. Let's see what anybody else has to say about your favorite little pitchers. Oh, come on, guys. You can do better than that with the comments. While you're in there, you might as well like and subscribe to the channel and do all that if you haven't done that stuff already. Rangers, tier 1.
Tier 1 Rangers.
Tier 1 Rangers. Good call, Ivan. Sharp little bastard. They say I'm not the sharpest pencil in the box. Ivan may very well be.
Yeah, no Seager, but still, I mean, I like that offense.
Here comes the Cubs and Harlock. Harlock wants some Cubbies.
Cubbies are not on the list.
Not on the list at all.
I don't like the weather today.
See, just for that, I'm going to hashtag win Harlock in the comments because that's just deserving. Come on, y'all. I know, wow, right? I'm in a mood today, guys. I'm in a fun mood. Love sitting here hanging out with you guys, talking a little bit of baseball. Not that I'm not thrilled that the season is going to end soon because my freaking Cardinals they disappoint me. Talking about a tier of disappointment. Tempted to give the Royals another chance, says Mr. Chuck Housen. There's no way the Royals are in your tier.
Tier 2.
Tier 2. Tier of disappointment. I concur. It's about where they belong. One tier 1 team missing. It isn't the Cubs. Oh, Minnesota's got weather concerns. San Diego, Arizona, Texas was already in there. Athletics are already in. Man, I mean, I might just shut my eyes and throw in a 4 or a 5 stack of Athletics just because. Just Miles Michaelis call and my current sadness and hatred of my own Cardinals. And I want to see them hit Michaelis so hard he can't even board the train because his ass is so sore.
Arizona is tier 2 and the White Sox are tier 2.
Arizona and the White Sox. Tier 2. So that's half of tier 2. We're going to get one left in tier 1. Nobody's. How we go back to an oldie? Let's check the old. Look at how out of whack the leverage. There they go. Okay. Athletics and New York Yankees are drawing. How is the Yankees are getting second-ranked leverage? All the way down there at the bottom. The LA Angels, dude, 6th in generating leverage. I know they're the underdog. Blind squirrel finds a nut 30% of the time in MLB. I mean, the Marlins have won 30% of their games. Freaking Colorado's won 20% of their games. Angels got the thump.
But to trust the chat, Ivan is correct. Minnesota is the other tier 1 team.
All right.
And the Rockies are tier 2.
That leaves us one more tier 2 team, right? You said you had 5?
2.
2 more. All right. San Diego.
Yes.
And did you counter yourself with the Athletics or did you go Yankees? You went Yankees.
I didn't. They didn't make the list. Not saying you shouldn't play them. I mean, but just not on my list.
Neither one, Athletics or Yankees?
Neither.
Okay. How about Seattle? Let's go for a blast from the past.
Actually, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I know you didn't counter it with the Angels. At least I don't think you did. Rockies. Harlock says Rockies.
Yeah, the Rockies. Yeah, but I think I'd already said.
Oh, yeah, we did mention them. Yeah, we did. I wrote them down. Hey, Chuck, you're welcome for the push, guys. To fill you guys in, you need to get in that beginner room inside Discord because Chuck is torn up touring up the props. He's figured out the Proptimizer. He's in there with Madness and Mutt and those guys, and he's sharing some of his picks. Not that it's like a coach's pick thing, but it's what people here do. It's how Tattoo was discovered. It's what people do here when they want to hold themselves to a little bit more accountability, and they feel that they've learned along the way, and they want to start giving something back to the community. That's what I did. That's what Tattoo's done. That's what Razzle did. It's what everybody does, and it's how you poke your head up and get recognized inside this community. If you want to be that guy, if you want to be one of those types of members that one day maybe Geek gets wind of and just says and taps you on the shoulder and says, hey, would you like to contribute to the site and stuff like that? And again, no promises. I don't make promises. I don't know how all that works. It's decisions are not mine. But
Plus,
you get in there and you share, you give back, you help everybody win together. That's the whole idea of this community. So if you're one of the 71 people or so watching right now and you haven't signed up yet, you need to be in there 50% off your first month or 20% off your VIP sub, like in perpetuity. It's crazy. 20% off every month. You remain a member if you choose one of the VIP tiers. And that includes the props. So you get to tail us all for everything that we do, and you get to talk DFS with us all the time, from underdog to prize picks to DraftKings and FanDuel. And you eventually will get so sucked into this community that you want to help those that have helped you and you want to give back. And that's the phase that Chuck has entered. I've talked a ton of poker with him. I know where his heart is. He's in the right place. And I can't wait to see what he does and how he performs and see some of you guys just be like, wow, if he can do it, I can do it. So that's what it is.
I've gotten into the point where I get more joy from others winning.
Mm-hmm. That's next, man.
Mm.
Absolutely. I've always, as a small
it's
ball,
selfish, because it's like I did that,
right?
But
I tell people all the time. I tell people all the time here that my fingerprints are all over this damn place, from whether it's coaching or coaching coaches or whatever. And I'm not saying that I'm the only thing that's ever been here. That's not at all what I'm saying. But I've been here so damn long that anybody's success, I can usually trace it back to where it started. It may not have started talking to me, but I usually know who they were talking to or what. And when that stuff starts to happen, man, it is, the world is right. Let's just put it that way. The world is right. Jed wants to round it off with the Astros. Did he get your last tier 2 team?
He did not. And just piggybacking off of what you said, success is no fun by yourself. You want to bring your friends along.
That's true. Very true. I had a whole lot of thoughts going through my head for some real dirty, cheesy jokes. I'm not going to make any. We're going to leave it alone. Who is your last tier 2 team?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. All right. So for those of you taking notes at home, San Francisco, Texas, Minnesota, tier 1, Kansas City, Arizona, Chicago White Sox, Colorado, Athletics, and Tampa Bay, tier 2. So have a ton of fun with those, 8 or 9 teams, mixing and matching and playing off of, and add your own in there, of course, too, because you guys might see stuff that we don't see. I'm not as clairvoyant as I used to be. I'm getting old and
And if you're, you are in Discord, look, Uppers is going to have his
absolutely
sheets. Scotty's going to have his.
Yep, all those exposures. And, I like to cross-check, and this is another thing to tell newer people. I like to go through and guess what the coaches are going to do. And when I'm doing my own research throughout the day, I see stuff I like or don't like or whatever, and then I wait for the coaches to do their thing, and they either confirm or deny what I'm seeing myself. And the more I start to line up with the sharper DFS players, the more confidence it builds in my own game. And that allows me to step up from $1 to $2 to $5 to $10 contests, or get into those, smaller field GPPs where skill is really going to take over, and play to your advantage and build that bankroll. And that comes straight out of all these guys. There's an actor picking the wrong low or low, and when he picks both, neither performs. So what advice do you have for long on that one?
Play Brandon.
Play Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. Oh, sorry.
You just wanted to say that.
No,
BVP. Give me some bold tournament calls. Round us off with some BVP. versus batter pitcher.
Batter versus pitcher.
So you fire me up with some deep thoughts here.
Let's see.
I got the easy part covered with all the chalk and all that kind of stuff. That's
love Buxton tonight.
it goes with your Minnesota stuff.
Yeah, I love Buxton and Warner. Devers.
Yeah, that's not a bad. He's been forgotten since he got shipped out to San Francisco.
San Francisco's been hot. Dude, they've been playing good ball. And I like Yandy Diaz.
I like it how you're picking guys that are on the teams that you like in your, top couple of tiers. That's how that works.
It's kind of how my tiers end up coming together, Like
with Kansas City's lack of strikeouts, is Ferris a viable dart throw? I'm going to say I want the strikeout upside. I'm not going to say no because sun shines on a dog's ass once in a while. But I think the chances of him being part of a winning GPP lineup are very, very low. So I think that the risk probably outweighs the reward.
Pitchers.
That's my advice to the Pollock Hillbilly. Love the name. The Pollock Hillbilly. That's outstanding.
Where's he at? Well, he ain't showing up.
Now, down in the Carnage report, he's at the bottom, drawing no data. So you'd have to find him in Research Station. Which, by the way, for those of you guys that are NFL lovers, stuff's going to populate this week. You got to give everybody some time. Nobody anywhere has all of the data. We don't have ownership yet. That should come online tonight, tomorrow, something like that. Typically Tuesday, Wednesdays when it comes. Research Station, some of that stuff, ceiling numbers, I know were not populated this morning because we don't have the data. It isn't any glitch. It isn't any, if you see blanks, it's because we don't have the data. Our guys are 100% on top of it right now, and they're itching just like you guys are to get all that data together for themselves and for you so that we can all build some lineups and have some real tangible stuff to discuss the next couple of days.
I want Pole Block Hillbilly and Dixon Cider to start a podcast.
They need to start a moonshine. Could you imagine?
Ugh.
Dixon Pollock, Hillbilly Cider, whatever. I mean, it's got it all. Yeah, I mean, we got some great names in here. If you guys have any other questions, fire them at me because I really don't have a ton. Do you like Shea Langeliers? There's your boy. The Pollock Cider asks.
I love Shea Langeliers.
Yeah, I don't think the world's ready for that podcast either, to be honest with you. Yeah, you heard it. Yeah, it's like Beetlejuice, man. I only said it once. Don't say it 2 more times. Say his name.
Shockingly, I haven't screamed about Mike Yastrzemski at all today.
That's true. You've taken a little break there. It's all right. I still like him. You don't have to.
I still love him.
I'll tell you what, though. Langeliers
won me so much money, it's ridiculous.
Didn't Blade hit 2 yesterday?
I can't remember. I didn't pay much attention yesterday.
Somebody else asked, Yaz or Chapman? I think he's going Yaz. He hit 2. A couple of those.
For a home run, I like Matt Chapman.
Those athletics, man. I'm telling you. If they barrel up that ball against Miles Michaelis, we may have some splashdowns in that Mississippi River. I hope we do because, like I said, I'm hoping, the other day, and then I'll say this before we really start rambling and get out of here. They had announced, I want to say it was the Cubs playing St. Louis. Maybe not, but they had a Sunday game, and they only sold 20,000 tickets to that ballpark. And if there were 10,000 people in the stands, I'd be shocked. For the formerly best fans in baseball, they still are, in case people are going to give me a bunch of crap, because they are sending a message to ownership so freaking hard right now that we are not spending money on your crap product. And the Cardinals are were only 2 games under 500 at that point. It's like 2 games under 500, and the city's boycotting the team. That's insane. So
I got
very, very good fans in baseball. I won't say best. There's a lot of great cities out there for sure.
I might have crazy home run bets. I just want to make sure they're going to be in the lineup.
Ivan threw out a Nolan McLean strikeout ladder.
That's a good one.
I like it. I like it. And Ivan might confirm in one of the rooms, the Discord rooms. But I like to start with those guys that have that upside tonight, and then start with a lower prop. I don't want them starting at 6.5. You start me at 3.5, 4.5, and then you can ladder the shit out of that stuff. So
but
I don't know what his prop is.
You want 2 guys that are going to be higher odds for home runs: Christian Koss and Luis Mantos.
Yeah. Ivan said he started at 3.5 and laddered it up to 8.5. Woo! Let that baby hit on top. Sweep it.
Let me see what this thing says.
Pollock, man, they are. Cardinals fans are smart enough. They are boycotting that team this year. Attendance is way, way down. We used to be like 3rd, 4th in baseball. We're like 19th or 20th now. They just refuse to go to the games. So
I got
not all of
Nolan
them are smart.
McLean. Yeah.
There's still 10,000 dumbasses showing up, but props at 5.5. So he bought it down to 3.5, then laddered the rest of it. I like it.
Yeah, he's got by the Sims 25.9% probability of hitting 8+.
25%.
Yeah.
Wow. Wouldn't it be nice to see him go throw a 1/10 of a unit on top
Lorenz
of that?
is 34.4%.
He's the one for a chalky guy. He's the one tonight that I might ladder, just because if he's facing the right, Angels or whatever tonight, he can run it off. And he's not the kind of guy you're thinking of for 10+, but he's the kind of guy who can get you 7 or 8.
And Shota's right there at 23% chance to hit 8.
Another good one. Well, you know what, guys? If you guys are laddering these K props, throw it in the beginner's room too. Show people what you're doing, especially if they hit. Especially if they hit. Teach people how to play. Teach people how to, shit you've learned and the sharp
and teach them how to ladder.
Correct. Yeah. Don't let them do it for $5 per K, or whatever. Step it down. Show them how to, cut it in half. Start with 5 and then go 3, 2, 1. At least get yourself
a break-even point and then profit.
Right. Absolutely. This place works. There's only so much that some of us can do by ourselves. It works so much better, because there's only so much we can remember, and I can't remember a ton anymore. But when other people throw in from this angle and this angle and this angle, I know it can overwhelm some people, but you're also helping other people put the 4th or 5th arrow in their quiver because they are further ahead than other people. They've been around long enough that that's new to them, and that's only one thing to learn. It's like I walk into a room of 20 people. I can't remember anybody's name at the end of the night. But if I already knew 18 of them and I only have to learn 2 more, I'm good to go. I want those extra 2 arrows.
This is off the rail. Like if you're in Discord and you see guys posting winners and, like a Beavis or somebody, like tag him. He will talk to you and, like these guys aren't stuck up, just tag them and they're more than happy to, not putting Beavis on the spot, but, all those guys, they're more than happy to help,
I'm going to go DM him right now and say, look out, bro. Here it comes.
Expect an influx of DMs.
Right. He'll be like, I ain't never posting a winner again.
Okay.
But,
you'll see these same names constantly posting winning shots. It's a reason.
Yeah, I know for one, in the cash game stuff, New Jack and Cash Jedi and whatever, those guys are always telling you what they do if you ask.
Yeah.
They don't have anything to hide. It's like it's a 50-50. There's 50 of us in there. They're going to win money. There's room for you.
Yeah, I mean, we're not really competing against each other.
No, not too much. As long as we don't all duplicate the same shit. That's why I tell you, run 5 lineups, pick your favorite. You want to be a little bit differently maybe than somebody else because your half a point difference could make the difference between you cashing and me not.
And especially, let me tell you something real quick because I am still upset on this. I can't bet on Virginia college teams, right? Like
Okay.
I'm not allowed to place bets on any college team. So I kept telling people, screaming, please take Old Dominion to cover. Like Indiana's a fraud, you know.
Pain.
Old Dominion's going to 24.5 point spread. I said, please take it. And the final score was 27-14, I think.
There you go.
But I was like, damn, please take this bet. And
I don't sports bet often, and I don't sports bet college often. But when I do, I'm betting against my Kansas Jayhawks.
Now, I did get dumb last night and take UNC.
Oh, that is dumb. Wow.
Yep.
They got whacked. I can tell you that last weekend my Kansas Jayhawks were 45.5 point favorites over whoever the hell they played, and I was like, nah. KU's never beat anybody by 45 points in their damn life. That's not going to happen. So I took the other team, and believe it or not, they made it close. I think they got inside a damn touchdown and barely didn't cover. I was sweating it. Another one that I like.
That first drive by UNC, I was like, oh, shit. Like, they're going to be good. Look at this running game they got. And, that was about the end of it.
Yeah, then you started seeing screenshots of the 24-year-old girlfriend talking to Belichick on the side. Which, what the hell's that about? Nobody. Belichick would never let anyone have that kind of access to him 10 years ago. I mean, Giselle couldn't have walked up to him and given him any advice. What the hell's this girl doing talking to him during the game? How did he not shoo her away and be like, talk to me after the game, girl. I'm taking you to dinner. Just go sit down over there and get on your Instagram or whatever.
He was thinking with his little head, like, if I shush her away.
I guess. I will tell you another good traditional, this is for you guys in the comments.
Oh, FSU.
2 good traditional blind bets. You can just run them all season long. They don't all hit, but they usually do. The Iowa under, almost always. Like Iowa just does not score points. And
they're a tough watch.
Wyoming at home. They have such a home field advantage because they're up in the altitude. And those are 2 schools that I don't really follow. I mean, I like Wyoming because I like the logo, but I started paying a little bit of attention to them. And I was like, holy shit, they've got a huge home field advantage up there in that stadium. All these other, I know they're all big sky schools, but they got to get up in there and they got to take them out at 8,000 feet. That ain't happening. Yeah. They look really good through half or third quarter. And then all of a sudden, if Wyoming's going to win or cover, they put an extra couple of touchdowns or field goals or something on them late, and boom, they cover. I'm like, what? They probably cover it better than 55% or more at home, which if you're betting spreads, the -110s, all you need to beat. No matter how, just do it.
That's why I was on Old Dominion. They lost 7 games last year, but 6 were by less than 7 points.
There you go.
So I was like, they'll keep it close, make it ugly.
That's all that matters. And that's why I like the plus side of whoever Iowa's playing when Iowa's at home, because the game's going under most of the time. Yeah. When it goes under, it's going to be close. You talk about little same game parlays and shit like that. The Iowa underdog in Iowa, like whoever the underdog is and the under, I mean, usually that one's got a fighting chance no matter who it is. Pollock's right.
Goes in there, we're going to just smack the shit out of them.
There you go. Pollock's right. KU only wins basketball games at home in the tourney by 45 points, 100%, which I just don't watch as much as I used to anymore. I used to love me some college sports, but I don't watch it anymore. But that said, let's chat some pro sports.
Say something unrelated, well, not unrelated completely, but I am very worried for when my Michigan over Ohio State ends, because Burns is going to let me have it when it happens.
Yeah, it might happen.
I've had a few years to.
It might happen. It might happen. You never know when. I will. We need to probably get out here and give these guys a chance to build their lineups.
I haven't built
yakking about nothing now, but hopefully you picked up some extra nuggets that aren't even baseball related or even DFS related from a couple of degenerates that are just sitting here having a good time. I don't have anything else. I can let everybody go. Thanks. Me, Tattoo, DFS Army crew. You know the rhyme.
I'm gonna eat my leftover Wendy's nuggets.
I got lasagna in the oven, so we're gonna tear it up. Glad to talk to you today, as always. I will see you again tomorrow.
tomorrow.
And then you get Razzle Friday for, I guess, the 2025 MLB Live Lock Show finale. And everybody else, use that banner down there below. Use that kickoff coupon and that NFL 2025 coupon. Get your discounts and get in here. Let's start winning.
Let's go.
Peace, everybody.
Chris Toss, home run.